What is the best time of year to sell or buy a single family home, condo, or townhome in Jupiter? Here's the thesis. The best time of year to sell a single family home is between the school year, in the summertime. And that's because oftentimes people who are moving in or moving out of a single family home are doing so to switch school districts. Next part of the thesis. More condos are sold between January and March because that's when all the snowbirds are down here. When is the worst time to sell a single family home, a condo, or a townhome? During the holiday season. Why? Because it's the holiday season. Everybody's got other things to do. So what does the data actually say? My name is Casey Prindle, and I'm a real estate agent that works in and around the Jupiter area. If you're thinking about buying or selling a property down here, I'd love to talk to you. Whether you're considering moving today or 6 months from now, let's start the conversation. Feel free to call, text, or email me. Let me help close or open a new chapter in your life. All right, on to the screen share we go. All right, so let's pull up some single family home data first. Tried to pull the longest chart I could here, and I think the best way to go about this is first let's look at the lowest number of sales that repeatedly happen in given months, which would give an indication to single family home sellers as the worst months to be on market, right? So if we go to 2019 here, February and November, the lowest months in terms of sales for 2019. 2020, April and then May, the lowest number of sales. 2021, January. Let's see. October, December, the lowest in 2021. 2022, January. And then here we go. Cycle starting to repeat, right? November, December. 2023, January, February, looking pretty rough. So the weakest months basically repeatedly seem to be November through February for any given year in single family homes. So why does this kind of make sense to me? Because sales happen 30 to 45 days after a contract, and you have marketing time before that of another 30 days. On average now, that's kind of what we're tracking. So that means fewer buyers entered into contracts November and December, which tracks with that holiday thesis that we started with. Schools start in August, which could also mean buyers were done writing offers likely by September, which showed up as November weakness. It's kind of a bit of a stretch there, but I think it's plausible. So who would this be good for? This is good for buyers, honestly, because it means sellers are seeing fewer offers between September and January. So if you were a buyer and you were coming into the market, September through January would be the time that I would want to write my offers. And again, if you're a seller, other side of the coin, that's when you likely are going to see the fewest offers and may not want to be on market. So let's look at the other side of the coin and look at the highs, which is going to tell you when is the best time to be a seller, when is the worst time to be a buyer. So we go back to 2019 here. Let's go to some highs, right? May, June, July, the summer months. Best months, right? Let's go over to 2020 and try to find our highs. Here we are. June, July, August. June, July, August. Highest months for sales in 2020. 2021. May, June, July. Highest months for sales in 2021. Patterns really showing up here, right? 2022. March, April here, May, June. What about 2023? May, June, dip in July. But here again, see May and June showing up, right? So to me, this fits with the thesis, and I think that the data is pretty clear here. The summer months repeatedly have the most sales activity for single-family homes in Jupiter's. I just think it's kind of undisputed. So let's back the closing times off again to find the optimal times to list. So if we're at 30 days on market and another 30 to 45 days before close, target date to list your home would be by March for closings that show up late May into June. So you would want to list at the latest by May in order to show up as those closings in July, early August. I think that's really the market there. Let's switch over to townhomes and single family, or townhomes, condos. So doing the same analysis, let's look at the lows again. Start checking out some months. January, February, November. Those are the lows for the condos 2019. 2020. January, February, May. Those look to be the lows, right? 2021. January, October, December, look to be the lows for 2021. 2022, January, February, November, look to be the lows for 2022. And 2023 again, here we go, January starts out rough. So again, you see the weak sales clustered November through February, right? So again, that tracks with our holiday thesis. People aren't shopping for homes right now, they're shopping for other things. All right, now that we found the lows, let's go back and find some highs. 2019, March, April, May. Highest number of sales, right? 2020, March, October, December, right? 2021, February, March, April seem to be the highs. Stretch, or about even in May. 2022, March, April, June. Those look to be the highs, right? 2023, March, May, June. The highs so far for this year. So kind of total them up. You had one showing in February, 5 in March, 3 in April, 2 in May, 2 in June, 1 in October and December. So March and April, clear winners, with May and June following closely behind. So this would track with the snowbird thesis, in my opinion. Those March closings were buyers who began searching and making offers likely in January. They were done making offers by April or May when they flocked back up to the north. So I think, does our thesis pan out? In a lot of ways, I think it does. I think there is seasonality to real estate in Jupiter. I think you can tilt the odds more in your favor or more away from your favor, depending on when you list or if you're a buyer when you're making offers. I don't want to get caught up in the minutia of this. Home sales occur each and every month. I would use the data as a general guide to help you in your overall analysis, though. It's not something that I would solely base a listing or purchasing decision on, but I think it's good to consider. So, buyers, don't forget the other side of the coin. You want to go shopping 45 to 60 days out before those lows occur, cyclically in each year or each year that they're likely to occur. So I think both buyers and sellers can find value in the data. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, use the data. Let's talk. Feel free to call, text, or email me. And I hope you got something from this. We'll see you soon.